What is up, everybody? TechChucker here, and it's good to be back. It's episode 18 of This Week in Dioramas. Now, if you are not familiar with how this show operates, every week I go through Instagram looking for the coolest looking dioramas, and I showcase them right here on the channel. If you would like to be considered for a future showcase, all you need to do is upload your diorama pictures to Instagram and tag them with the hashtag ThisWeekInDioramas. With all of the uncertainty revolving around toy channels on YouTube, I just ask that you hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. That way then you are notified every time a new episode comes up. We have no idea what's going to happen in January with these toy channels. You know, some are probably going to get demonetized, comments might go away, recommendations. So being subscribed and having that bell notification as of right now is the best thing that you can do. We've got an awesome show lined up for you today, but before we can do that, we need to reveal the winner of the last episode, episode 17. If you don't recall who we were voting for, it was the Disheveled House by Jose, the Trash Heap by 1 to 10 World, the Freak Show by Diorama, the Evil Lair by New Future Customs, and the Castle Staircase by JJ Kramer 0. All of these were amazing, but there could only be one winner, and the winner coming in with 55% of the vote is the Castle Staircase by JJ Kramer. Before we get started, I wanted to remind everybody, whether you are a diorama creator or a diorama enthusiast, to go check out the Diorama Creators Facebook group. It's a great place for those of you that create dioramas to share your work, ask questions if you're looking to find out a new technique, and to just go look at all of the other cool dioramas that people are making. And then also jump over to Instagram and make sure that you are following the Diorama Creators Instagram page. They do something very similar to what I do, except on Instagram, they will share and repost other people's diorama projects so that more people have the opportunity to see all of these amazing diorama projects. All right, let's jump right on into the show. It's always tough when I skip a week and then I have to go back, and I've got 2 weeks worth of submissions. You guys really just inundated me with so many amazing dioramas. So we're going to go through these pretty quick so that we don't take up too much of your time. And you saw on the thumbnail, this one from Oak Hill Studios. Now this is a very stylized picture. We'll go through some of the diorama pictures a little bit more in depth, but I just had to say this is so amazing. I love this picture. Kind of brings me back to The Nightmare Before Christmas. That's what it reminds me of. They're talking, it's a throwback to black and white horror films. Let's take a look at the actual diorama here. So detailed. I love it. It's so whimsical. Just look at all of what's here. This is absolutely amazing. There's so many details. We'll cycle through these. Look at this. This is looks like a whole nother piece to it. It's massive. I love it so much. Look at this pumpkin patch. Holy crap. There's just so much detail. Look at the mud. It's like, oh, and then, yeah, I love it. This is what an absolutely fascinating piece. So thank you so much to Oak Hill Studios. This was an amazing piece. Just look at the skill set for all of the sculpt on here. Wow, absolutely love it. Thank you so much for submitting. This is just a phenomenal piece. This next one is coming from Styro Smith. Dio Arts does a lot of amazing work. You've got Venom here. It looks really impressive. I love this thing. Let's cycle through some of these pictures. It looks to be like it could be a D12 size, possibly. Does it say? Not entirely sure, 1/12 scale, but this is a really nice looking piece. I love the damage that you've got up in the ceiling. That looks great, and especially with the lights there. Oh my gosh, what a great piece. Awesome job. You guys are really just, look at that. The damage here. You guys just are always blowing me away with your skill set. This is amazing. Now this next diorama is quite possibly one of the most amazing dioramas that I have actually seen. It is so detailed and so amazing that
What?
Hey there, buddy. Are you busy?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. What are you doing?
Seriously? I'm recording right now.
Oh, really? Oh, sorry, I didn't know.
What? What are you serious? You just interrupted me recording the show. What do you want?
I didn't know. I thought maybe you'd want to tell them about the Amazon store. You know? The Amazon store? Where the people can go buy stuff?
I wasn't planning on it. I kind of felt like I was doing the ad far too many times and it was getting a little annoying.
I just didn't want you to forget, you know, to tell them about the store. The Amazon store.
If I do the Amazon ad right now, will you go away?
Oh, yeah, sure. No, not a problem. You record. You're gonna do great, buddy. Now, if you're like me, you probably buy a lot off of Amazon, maybe even a little too much. Now, your purchases from Amazon can support my channel just by doing what you've already been doing. Now, there's no added cost to you and no strings attached. All you need to do is follow my Amazon influencer storefront at amazon.com/shop/TechChucker and shop for the action figures you are already going to buy. At my store, I keep track of the prices of tons of action figures from Marvel Legends, Mezco, SH Figuarts, and so much more. And I curate shopping lists that you can easily browse. I even have a deals of the day list that you can watch for the best deals so you can quickly grab that tough to find figure before everyone else. So whenever you make a purchase using the links from my store, I'll get a small commission. But your cost stays the same. So go to amazon.com/shop/TechChucker now and follow my store and explore all the shopping lists and buy what you like. That's all there is to it. Thank you for supporting my channel and happy collecting. This next diorama is coming from C. Goosey, and I gotta say, his work, absolutely amazing, and this one is fantastic. So let's go ahead and play this little video that he's got here, because this thing is just stunning.
I finally really finished this. I finished it a while back, but someone wants it and offered me a good price for it, so I'm gonna let it go. Spent. Okay.
So the level of
Finally
workmanship
really
on
finished
this
it a
piece
while
is
back,
outstanding. I just can't believe the paint work, sculpt work, the details, all of the little signage and whatnot, and then you've got the damage there. This is just a superb piece. It's so crazy how good this is. So if you're not following C. Goosey, you really need to, because he is such a talent. Next up is a Mortal Kombat display from Chad Chilla. I always love your work. We've got Shao Kahn and Goro up here. What a great looking piece. I love these tree. It looks like actual trees that you're using for the beams, and that is super cool. Great paintwork. I love the little color variations in all of your stones there, and then obviously the Mortal Kombat symbol is amazing. In the comments below, let us know if you hand carved that or is that 3D printed. I would love to know that. But great job on this. You've got some lighting. Always awesome to throw in lighting on these things. So look at that. Oh, cool. You've even got like a little screen. That is cool. Does it say if you made that? It doesn't. 3D printed logo. There it is. All I needed to do was read. So that is pretty cool. I'm so jealous of all of you people that have 3D printers. It would just be so cool to have one of those, but that's not in the cards for me right now. But this is a great piece. Next up is this display from Punch Dagger Craft. Not sure if we've showcased any of your work before, but I really dig this piece. Let's see. First Dio. So obviously we haven't showcased you before, but this is a cool piece. I like it. Let's see. Does it say how big it is? No. Well, your first one, really nice job. Let's cycle through. I like this pipe. It looks like, is this, it's like the cable management stuff or something. But it looks really good. I like it. Great lighting. Super fun. So awesome job, especially on your first. So definitely whenever you guys are submitting your very first diorama, let me know. Even use the hashtag myfirstdiorama. That way then I can know, because it's always fun to see where everybody starts. Next is this one coming from Tone Bone Forever. I like that name. This is really cool. I like the way that you've got the different brick colors. It's, you know, it definitely pops a lot. And then you've got the kind of, what is it? It's like a brownstone style. I did this on one of my dioramas before. It's really makes it look cool. So I like what you did here. Let's see if you got any information on here. Just finished, just got to dry brush some darks, tones, etc., etc. I think you did a nice job, especially with that window. So great job on the piece. Here's a pretty sweet Mythic Legions Castle by Dope Toys NY. He always does great work, and again, this one does not disappoint. It's 1/12 scale. Really digging all of the sculpt work, so clean looking, and then you added in some really nice brick accents here. We'll cycle through some more of these pictures. This weapon stand looks great. You've got like a wrapping around the bottom here, which is something that would be needed if you've got sharp swords leaning up against that. You don't want them getting dull. This door, I'm really digging on this door. I wonder, did you actually burn that to make that look, or is that paint? I'd love to know. Let us know in the comments below if you are watching. But look at this floor. That looks so good. I love it. It's super awesome. And then this column here, that is also looking great with the paintwork on there. So awesome job. Really cool display. Next up is coming from Laser Shot. Again, a really cool display. Probably would look great with, a Predator. I really dig it. I think this looks super cool. You've got, I believe this would be a tree, I think, with some spikes coming out of it. That looks cool. I just, the sculpting on it looks so nice. And then the greenery throughout your paintwork looks really nice with the little white accents along the edges. So this is just a great piece. I would love to see. I wonder if you've got a picture with, there we go. Yep, you do. That's awesome. Next up is coming from Papa Palpatine Photography. From time to time, he'll submit one of his pictures that he does, and he shows how he makes the diorama. So just take a look at the atmosphere in this picture. This one is an awesome looking picture, but let's cycle through some of these. He shows step by step how he creates this. So he starts with a clean dirt canvas, and then he added in this concrete tube, rocks and concrete pieces, a couple 5-gallon buckets of dirt that he's got in there that he's gonna throw in to give that look. Create it, look at that. Waters it down to compact it. Pinch of white sand. That's cool to give it a little bit of extra, contrast. That's awesome. Attention to detail. He's got all of his camera gear in place. Look at that. So cool. So awesome. Papa Palpatine, thank you so much for sharing this. It's so fun to see. Again, I always say your dioramas don't need to be the standard 3-wall sort of dioramas that we're used to. This is the sort of thing that you can do, especially if you're trying to get into ACBA style pictures, and you can build something that you can take a picture that would look like this. So awesome. Next up is a display coming from Sage JDG. Just a small little single figure display. Looks really good. I love the paintwork that you've got on these bricks. It's not your standard red bricks. It's definitely a little more unique, but the concrete slab that you've got here looks so realistic. You've got a little bit of a wet spot there, looking great. The wood beams are also looking really good. So thank you so much for submitting. Looks like it might be, is it reversible? Might be, because this is a completely different style. Either that or it's just a different piece. So awesome job. Sage JDG always does great work, so go give him a like and a follow. Next up is a pretty amazing looking diorama. This is from Stan Volsky. I am really impressed with this. Number one, it is pretty huge. This is a good sized diorama, but the paintwork on this and the sculpt work is looking so good. Let's see, it's 68.5 centimeters, 58 centimeters high, 50 centimeters deep. Off the top of my head, I don't know what that translates to into inches, but you can see compared to, I believe this is Stan, it's a pretty good sized diorama, and there's some closer up pictures. Look at that. I love it. This stone really looks like, I believe it's sandstone or limestone is what it would, be made out to look like. Awesome. Look at that. I love that little extra detail. And then the little cracks in that little ball thing there. The hieroglyphics. Wow, what a great piece. This is just so cool. It's going to look great on someone's shelf. Yeah, this is holy crap, what a nice display piece. So awesome job to Stan Volsky. Thank you so much for sharing it with us. Next up is coming from DB Dioramas. Haven't seen anything from you in a little while, and then you threw a bunch of them at me. We picked this one to showcase. It's kind of a Dragon Ball Z sort of display. You've got it as collateral damage. This is really cool. I love what you've done with kind of like this little cliff like thing, and then it almost looks like it's a blast crater right there. Not sure if that's what you were going for or not, but it looks really good. I love the paintwork. There's little bits of brown mixed in with the gray. That's always a nice little extra addition to give it a little more realism. The grass looks super cool. Oh, there it is. Yep, it is a blast crater. Oh, geez, okay. Would have liked to have seen a different figure in there, not Cap. Get up, Cap, get up, you can keep going. Anyway, this is a great piece. Thank you so much for sharing. Here's a piece that I wanted to showcase. This is from Joshua Smith, street artist, and this guy's level of workmanship and skill is so good. It's a 1/20th scale, scratch-built miniature of a New York City doorway. Look at this. It looks so good, and you can see just the scale of this with this little bottle of acrylic. It's not very big. Look at that. There's so many little details. Let's cycle through, see some more of these pictures. I must have taken this either outside or has some really good daylight style lights, because it looks like we're actually just looking at a real door. And then look at that. This is a phenomenal piece. I just love it so much. Great detail. The workmanship on the paint is so good. I love this whatever this thing would be on the window. That looks so nice. So awesome job. This is, wow, what a great piece. This next diorama, I actually had to do a double take because I thought it was just a picture of a real set of buildings. This is from Diorama 1.18, and it's so cool. I love it when you guys take your pictures outside of these things to make them look like it's real buildings, and you really did a great job with it. There's so many cool little details. The paintwork, especially like you notice this paint down here, the corrosion at the bottom there, and then a little bit of paintwork right in there. You got a little grass tuft just above this water spout. Wow, what a great piece. I love it. This is, wow. At a quick glance, it looks so real. Here's a diorama coming from Henry715. We're just gonna go ahead and play this video. So the paintwork on this thing is so good. I love what you've done with the cinder blocks. It looks so realistic. And then this door is also looking really quite good. The chains hanging down, obviously a great touch. It just kind of makes it look like a real like warehouse type of, whatever it is supposed to be. I can't remember what you said, but I think that this is a great job. Your paintwork, sculpt, always so good. So thank you so much. Up next is a table filled with a bunch of little props and whatnot from Church of Plastic. I love all these little detail pieces. Let's see, work in progress, pent-out office, dio. Let's cycle through a few more of these pictures. I wonder how much of this stuff did you build from scratch and how much of it did you find? It's just kind of cool to see all these tiny little things though. You got a stack of money, you got a little scale for packing drugs and stuff. Packing drugs? Yeah, you can tell I don't really deal with that sort of stuff, but just a fun looking display. So awesome job to Church of Plastic. Thank you for sharing. This next one I had to show my daughters because they absolutely love Harry Potter. This is from OG1 Customs, and this Harry Potter display is Absolutely epic. I can't remember, this isn't Gringotts, it's I forget what it's called, but these are the SH Figuarts figures from the Harry Potter movies, obviously, and this diorama looks so good. You've got all the little potions and whatever that is. Awesome. I love the paintwork on here though. Look at the little dry brush accents on the edges there. Just a solid piece. Look at that. This is fun. When I showed my girls this, they're like, I want it. And I'm like, yeah, well, Daddy will have to work on building something like this. So awesome job. This is, wow, what a great piece. I just love it. This next picture is from Turtleboy83. I am a sucker for turtles, and soon I will hopefully have this set in February, but take a look at this display. He recreated the scene from the movie with the pieces that he got from the NECA SDCC set, and then all of the boxes and whatnot that he created. The lighting looks great. This is just a great piece. Awesome job on the diorama. Look at the paintwork on there. And then the little boxes. And oh my gosh. You did a phenomenal job on this. It is, wow. This is awesome. Next up is coming from Dioramas Tom. And this is the Blue House Dio. Is that, I'm not sure what that, if that's a reference to something or if it's just because it's got blue on it, but I really dig this. I know that you work in a much smaller scale. I can't remember if it's 1/48th or 1/64th, whatever that is, but I love the tin roof. That looks really good. Just a fun little display piece, looking really good with your sculpt and your paintwork. I just love it. It's super cool, especially those of you that work in the really small scales and get some really good realism looks. I love it. It's so fascinating to me. So awesome job. This next diorama is coming from Jcoto1013. It's a little hard to see the detail from the diorama because of the lighting, but it still is a really nice looking display. I like the detail that you've got on here. And for some reason, this picture is the one that I like the most. I don't even know what exactly it is that I'm looking at, but I like it. I like the little greenery. This looks pretty cool. Let's cycle through some more of these pictures to see what all we've got here. It's a reanimate diorama. Not sure what that is. Sewer system with fan, still under construction. So let's wait and see how much more you add to this and then go ahead and submit it. Try and get those pictures in focus a little bit more so that we can see more of the detail. That way then the work that you put into this is not missed. Next up is an absolutely awesome display piece, kind of accessory, whatever you want to call this, from Rhino Dioramas. I love it. It is the bat signal. Look at all the detail. 3D printed, I assume. Does it work? Does it have a light? I see wires. I think it works. This is amazing. Oh, so cool. Go hit up Rhino Dioramas. I'm sure they'll sell you one if you need it. This is just a great looking piece. So awesome job to Rhino Dioramas. They always do so much cool stuff. So again, thank you for submitting. Next up is this display piece coming from Classic Dios. This is another piece that kind of reminds me of the Nightmare Before Christmas. It's a great piece for kind of Halloween, which is right around the corner. Simple little piece with a couple of stone layers, and then this tree is really cool looking. I wonder, did you make the tree? I assume you did. DM them if you're interested. They've got the price right there. Oh, wait. Congrats on winning first Dio structure giveaway. Beautiful piece is now yours. Okay, so you can't get this one, it looks like. But really cool piece. I like the sculpt that you've got on here. Paintwork looks really nice. The style that you've got here, it's a little more rounded for the stone, kind of gives it that more factory look, which is kind of fun. I like that. A nice detail with that tree. It's kind of like it's wrapped with something. That's pretty neat. I like it. Next up is a display coming from the Chris Lyons. This is a really impressive piece. Let's see, I assume it's 1/12 scale because you've got the Marvel Legends figure here. But this is the Weapon X, what is it? Not cryogenic, whatever that thing is called. It's awesome. Let's cycle through a few of these pictures because the detail on here, look at the little paint details that he's got here. This is so cool. Dang it, I love this. Look at that. Wow, what a great piece. This is a big piece. You've got the control center there with the LED type of screen. Wow, this is amazing. Such detail. Holy crap, that is awesome. And this is a big piece. I keep saying that, but wow, it's huge. Awesome. Wow, that is pretty cool. Next up is another epic piece. This one's from Mundog OG. Mundog OG? Not sure if I'm getting that right. Different language, not sure what language that is, if it's Spanish or whatever. We're not going to even try saying it, so hopefully you guys can translate this. But look at this city streetscape. Wow, this is amazing. I love it. I mean, the detail work with all the brick, the paint work looks so good. Look at this like vent chute sort of thing. Holy cow, this is amazing. I love it so much. Wow. Some of you do such amazing work. Look at that. Love to have like a straight on shot of the whole thing. Dang, that's awesome. So thank you so much for sharing. You're over in Brazil, so I think they speak Spanish in Brazil. I'm not sure. Here's a display coming from Bambino Dioramas. I always love your doors. You do great with your doors, and this one is, again, a great piece with an awesome door. The detail that you've got with all these like rivet bolts or whatever, and then the snakes. Wow, this is awesome. Again, the paint detail that you do with your greens, for some reason, your greens always look so nice and they just bring out the richness. So awesome job. I love that. Look at that. Wow. I love the debris that you've got. Dang it, this is awesome. What a great display. So thank you again. Make sure that you are following Bambino Dioramas. Does a lot of great work. Those little lights. Dang it, this is awesome. This one is coming from Crazy 8 Mule. It definitely fits in great with Halloween coming right around the corner. Mainly Halloween. Of course, Halloween, Evil Dead. This is a great piece. Looks so awesome. I love the sheet metal tin that you've got up there. The like debris sort of leaves and all that. This looks great. It just looks really, really nice. So awesome job. You might, let's see, did you in the previous, what I would recommend is paint this up either the same color that you've got under the debris, or paint it up black, something like that. Finish that off and then you are good to go. This is a great piece. I hope if you're thinking about selling it that people will hit you up quickly to buy this, because it is a great piece. It's going to go good with your Evil Dead figures, or what is it, Jason or whatever. So awesome job. I really dig this. Next up is this display coming from Arlen's Toys. I really dig this piece. It's kind of like a corner street type of bodega building almost, and I really dig it. It's just third diorama, so very nicely done for a third dio. I like the sculpt of your bricks, very clean. The paintwork that you've got on here looking really good, and I especially like these little accents that you've got up here. And yeah, this is great. The little Pepsi machine, on point. So awesome job. Keep on working. You're doing great. This is a really nice piece. Next up is coming from Space Jacer, and I have to say, this is an amazing piece. I love the way that this looks, but even better, so Space Jacer does stop motion. And let's go ahead after we talk about this. The lighting on here is pretty much perfect, and that's hard to do. And so well done with that, but the dio looks great. I love this. Let's quickly jump into their profile. I just wanted to show you some of the stop motion that they have done, because they're really good with the animations. So let's see if it's this one. I think so. the thing that people need to understand is, number one, he did stop motion, but then he also mixed in a little bit of graphic 3D design as well with some of that. So this is just a lot of talent, and I'm really glad to be able to see this work, because not only that, it's also clay animation. And I started my stop motion with clay animation about 15-20 years ago, and then I wound up moving on to other things because I just didn't have the time. But I love stop motion and clay animation, all of that. So go check out Space Jacer, give him a follow, and go check out some of the work that he's posted up on his Instagram. This one is coming from Valhalla Dio, and let's see, it's 1/12 scale loading dock. This is chock full of details, and wow, yeah, this is amazing. Look at all of the pipes and whatnot going to these little power control boxes. There's lights on here. They do amazing work. I love this. It's just, yeah, this is so cool. Look at that. So much detail. Yeah, this is awesome. I love it. Just a fun display. So many great details. The paintwork is so good. So go check out Valhalla Dio. Make sure you're following them. They do lots of really good work. I think, if I do recall, they started making dios maybe even just last year. I might be wrong on that, but yeah, this is great. Next up is this display coming from Kraken's Customs. This is a cool piece. I love it, especially the blinds here. These are like those old school, just kind of cheapo blinds, I think. 1/12 scale, 1940s detective office. It is looking great. The paintwork looks really nice. It looks kind of dingy. Love this ceiling fan. I think you did a really nice job on this. Ooh, it even lights up. Cool. That's awesome. Check it out. Not sure which figure that is, but it is looking really nice. So awesome job. Thank you so much for sharing. Next up is this display coming from Mad Toys, and this is a really cool looking piece. It's got the resin for this water. It's just kind of a murky, muddy mess of, it's like a little island type of thing. The tree looks great. The colors are so nice. It's just, I don't know, it's just kind of a cool piece. I like it. It's got a crashed out, probably World War II, World War I plane. It's, what is it, 1/35th scale. That's, not too bad a size. It's a little smaller than the standard 1/12 that we see. But yeah, this is a great piece. Lots of detail throughout with the paint. Dang it, this is awesome. I really dig it. Look at that moss, lichen type of stuff growing on there. A really nice attention to detail here. So awesome job. This is, wow, this is great. Check out this one coming from Modelissimo Fantasy. I'll get it. This is a 1/12 scale memory townhouse. Look at the detail on this thing. This is amazing. Look at the shingles that you've got on here. Dang it, this is awesome. It kind of reminds me of like a Tudor house or Lord of the Rings when they go to the pony. I forget what that's called. But this is just a, wow, this is so cool. The sculpt, the paintwork on here, so good. I love this piece. This is kind of next level stuff. The wood grain that you've got on here is really looking nice. So awesome job. There's so many cool little details on here. Here's a piece coming from Janaski Kolutsky, another sewer dio. He's done quite a few of these. Little bit different style. Third sewer dio here. Different design, he said. Awesome paint. I'm liking it. This is just, a lot of really cool detail. I especially like this part right here, the circle, like, it's not a vent, it's the actual sewer spout coming in. And then you got a little bit of paint from the rust to make that look like it's been dripping down. Really cool. I dig it. So awesome job to Janaski Kolutsky. He does lots of custom action figures, I believe, as well. And last but certainly not least is coming from El Chambo NYC. This is a diorama display, showcasing this and other pieces at what is that? VA Comic Con. So it must be Virginia Comic Con. I don't know. This is really cool. I dig it a lot. Lots of cool detail, especially with the skulls and the paintwork down here, and then the little platform there. Let's cycle through a few more of these pictures. Really cool display. El Chombo does lots of really cool work, and he does it in not a lot of time. So make sure you hit up El Chombo NYC if you are ever interested in a commission and you're liking his style. He does really cool work. So thank you so much. Thank you to everybody who participated over the last 2 weeks submitting. There were so many dioramas to go through. It was so hard. So obviously I couldn't showcase everything. I have held a few more for next week, I hope, but thank you so much to everybody that participated. Alrighty, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. But we're not quite done yet. We need to reveal my top 5 of the week, and you'll get an opportunity to vote for your favorite right after the show on the community tab on my channel. And my top 5 are The Townhouse by Modelismo Fantasy, The Halloween Village by Oak Hill Studios, The Urban Streetscape by Mundog OG, the Harry Potter diorama by 0G1 Customs, and the Temple of Anubis by Stan Volsky. Make sure you go vote on the community tab, and I will reveal the winner next week. Alrighty, there you have it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this episode of This Week in Dioramas. If you did, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, hit the bell notification so you find out about the next episode. Go out and share this video. Let's grow this show as much as we possibly can, and even more importantly, go upload your diorama projects and tag them with the This Week in Dioramas hashtag so I can find them, and I will see you next week.